Welcome back to the Beyond the Overtake podcast, where I will be making my Australian Grand Prix predictions. So let's start off with quali first, and I'll be predicting the top 5 starting from 5th, where I predict in 5th Lewis Hamilton, in 4th Max Verstappen, in 3rd George Russell, in 2nd Kimi Antonelli, and in 1st Charles Leclerc. I believe that the Ferrari's quali pace will be pretty strong, with the Mercs not far behind. Also, controversial opinion for Australians, I do not see Oscar Piastri in the top 5, but in P6, though I don't think he'll be by very much. Now, moving on to the race, in 5th I have Oscar Piastri, in 4th I have Lewis Hamilton, in 3rd I have Kimi Antonelli, in 2nd I have Charles Leclerc, and in 1st I have George Russell. This is because I think that the Mercedes race pace will be pretty good, and they'll be able to beat the Ferraris around Albert Park, and they have been looking very strong and probably will be the fastest car. And this will also be the start of George Russell's title charge against Charles Leclerc in 2026. Now, I have a few categories that I want to discuss my predictions for. So firstly, best driver, which is going to obviously have to be George Russell. Then worst driver, I have to be, controversial again, Landonorris, because I actually predict him to have a bad race in my previous video as well. And I think he will have a DNF as well. Also following the pattern of the Australian Grand Prix race winners, so can't break the pattern. Now for best team, I've chosen Haas as they look really promising, and I'm hoping they'll be doing well as well. But for the worst team, it's pretty gonna have to be the obvious in Aston Martin, which is a shame, but they are trying to fix the car, but it is a bit disappointing. Now, moving on to the king of the midfield, which I have to be Oliver Behrman in that Haas, and I think he'll be stunning this weekend, also because I hope he does well. But I think he looks really promising, and he's a really talented young driver, so I think he'll be good. And finally, the moment of the race that I predict, or just a prediction of the race, I predict that Isaac Hadjar will finish P7 in the Red Bull Ford in his debut in a very solid showing. I think he'll have a good race. Maybe the P7 is a little low, but I think for a Red Bull and for his first race, I think he'll be very good. But yeah, well, thanks for watching the Beyond the Overtake podcast. I know this was a short predictions video, but I just needed to get it out before the Australian Grand Prix. And I'll be back soon before the Australian Grand Prix review. Bye.